Welcome back, guys. So, in my last video, which is, you'll probably see, definitely I think both these going up at the same time. Over here watching it render right now. It's at 3% and a long way to go. But I wanted to get that downloaded off the camera and rendering, so no plastic on here, so you know what I did. You know what I did. Yeah, I cracked the cover on this. I couldn't help myself. I took the plastic and cracked the cover. Kind of looked it over real quick. I had to, guys. I had to. So that is a Xenophase blade he's got there. Cool. This is really cool. Really interesting. It's like, man, it's crazy. It's like, you have the two sets and you have those two named groups and all the things they can do, and like you want to do that, and then there's all these kind of setups you can do in here. You can make some really just absolutely off the wall unique marines. I just looked up here at LT's Orcs that I gotta paint. I'm like, what am I doing? I got more gray plastic. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? But anyway, as I was saying in my last video, I figured out while I was editing, I'm like, hey, you idiot, what if you just rotated the image 180 degrees? And would they be able to, yeah, so that's what I did. That's kind of glary on here, like, oh, it's the best I can do. I do have this light even with the camera, but I'll see the glare, see what's there. Oh, there's his beautiful face. Alright, what is in this? A lot of fluff in the front. When I first opened this book, literally, I mean, when I did this, it was like this. This was solid, and I pulled this, and it went crinkle, 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 crinkle. It was just, I know I should have saved it for you. I'm so sorry. That is just awesome. And you guys are going to be seeing this right side up, because I flipped the image. This is great. And it is great. Surrounded by the Tyranids. So, a lot of fluff in here. A lot of fluff. It's like, not like some of the few codexes that have come out recently. This is like some of the maybe older ones, where there's like, the fluff area talks about black shields and their tools and where the watch fortresses are. It's really cool. But later on it gets into like the individual units and kind of fluff for like Terminators and such and such and such and such. Bikes and all that, which is kind of cool. I missed that in some of these other codexes that have recently come out that have got like the Scutaris and stuff like that. Little timeline thing going on. Oh, that's so slow over there. So I'm gonna be up a long time getting these videos. I'm devastatingly tired, I swear I am. Oh. Watchmasters talks about what Watchmasters and all that cool is. I don't know if I've seen this Watchmaster set on here. This guy, this Watchmaster model yet. Don't know if that's coming out soon or what the deal is with that. Chaplains, see fluff on the chaplains and librarians, veterans, fluff on bikers, vanguard, dreadnoughts, terminators. And this is the coolest thing. This is the Corvus Black Star. You see the two things open? There's supposed to be one on the back too. Looks really kind of interesting. Interesting flyer. Nice weapons. Really, really interesting. Little paint scheme action going on here. Different paint schemes for the different vehicles. Not a lot of cool vehicle upgrades you can get for the DeathWatch, unfortunately. It's disappointing. Kind of disappointing. But I know this. I haven't seen this yet, so this is probably coming out. That's probably what. It kind of looks. It's kind of hard to know the size of it. But yeah, that's probably what, another 60, 80 bucks gonna come out of my wallet here whenever I can afford it. Just to have it, I mean, because there are some cool things you can do. You can get your whole DeathWatch army, depending on how you build it, give them deep strike without any drop pods or any Terminator armor. Just deep strike your whole army. Just insane. It's insane. And here it is with this Black Spear Strike Force. Now you have to have one corps, one auxiliary, and command. The command is basically watch commanders, a watchmaster, chaplain, watch captain, librarian, dreadnaught, or venerable dreadnought. Kind of interesting. But also your ancient, which is an auxiliary, is a dreadnought or venerable dreadnought. So you could end up with a DeathWatch force that is basically, see, the core is going to be a kill team. So, looking at the kill teams, I mean, just like right here, unit of veterans, just veterans. So unit of veterans and 2 dreadnoughts, and you've got this force, this Black Spear Strike Force. Has a FUROR, kill team, venerator, malleus, dominatus, PURGATUS, armor, which is a land raider. That's an auxiliary. Any type of land raider. Dropsic wing was 3 of the Corvus Black Stars. Strategium Command Squad or Watch Company. Watch Company is like a watch captain and 4 of any of these kill teams. So really interesting. And the kill teams each have different abilities. Basically, they're really good at fighting a different unit type, like HQs or heavies or troops. The benefits for doing this is you get veteran of the watch, so that if it's your primary, you can choose to reroll on your DeathWatch Warlord trait table. Flexible tactics. You can change your army's mission tactics 1 extra time. So if you have a guy who can change it, Watch Captain Master, I think if you stack on some of all the changes, I think it's 3 or 4 times you can change your mission tactics during a game, which is, wow, crazy. Yeah, see right there, it says, if your warlord is a watchmaster, has a vigilance incarnate, you'll be able to change your mission tactics up to 3 or 4 times. So that's a lot of change. And then you get sudden onslaught. Now this is what sudden onslaught does. This is cool. All non-vehicle models in a Black Spear Strike Force have the Deep Strike special. You deep strike your whole army. Deep strike your whole army. Without having to have drop pods or anything, just deep strike. Come in, boom, which is cool, which is really cool. War gear list, some basics like hand flamers, inferno pistols, stuff like that. DeathWatch shotgun is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. We'll get to that, but it is interesting. The missile launchers and stuff, pretty interesting. DeathWatch teleport armor. They have relics. I didn't even actually look at the relics. This is what it's got the vehicle equipment: dozer blades, dual bolter, extra armor, hunter killer missiles. And even though you can get DeathWatch vehicle equipment on a Land Raider, it has a 3 by it, and 3 says may not be taken by a Land Raider, so you can't put a dozer blade on these Land Raiders, which you can do on Inquisition still. For the first thought, is dozer blade. Oh no, Land Raiders with dozer blades, it's gonna be awesome. No, can't do it. I know. So Watchmaster, 175 points. He's his stat line is weapon skill 6, ballistic skill 5, strength 4, toughness 4, wounds 4, initiative 5, 4 attacks, leadership 10, 2+ armor save. He's got a guardian spear, so this is a model that hasn't come out yet, I don't think. Unless he's somehow in the box, but I don't remember if he's in the box. I don't remember seeing that. Could be in there. Could have missed it, but it might be a new model. It's interesting. I think I have some of these spear type things, so I could actually make a Watchmaster from some stuff I've left over from some of the boxes where I made Inquisition stuff, a lot of the Grey Knight stuff. So I could definitely do that on the bikers when I use that squad. So yeah, could do that. Here's a Clavis. I don't know what a Clavis is. Let's look at that. A master of tactics, he can switch his mission tactics. Their watch captain here. is he can take any special issue or relics of the Vigilant. He's in Artificer armor, so 2+, and then he has Iron Halo for 4 up save. So you really don't need to put him in Terminator armor because he's got better invul save already. Watch Captain, 95 points. He can take Artificer armor for 20 points. He can take a Storm Shield. He can take a Xenophase Blade. That's 15, 25 points respectively. He can take Terminator armor. And swap out for Stormbolter and Power Sword, 25 points. And he can replace that Power Sword Relic Blade for 10 points. And a Watch Captain Terminator armor may only take items from Special Issue Organ and Relics of the Vigilant. And regular armor, or Artificer armor, he can take melee weapons, ranged, Special Issue War gear, and Relic of the Vigilant. His stat line is the same as the Watchmaster, except he's only 3 wounds. And he has 3 attacks and a 3+ save, unless you give him Artificer armor for the extra 20 points, which would make him 115. So 1 less attack and wound for like 60 points less. I don't know. He has an Iron Halo, give him 4 up save. So yeah, you can basically make a budget Watchmaster out of it, basically. He doesn't have a special tactics. You have a Chaplain. Only difference here, they can take Relics of the Vigilant, and they get Special Issue Ammunition for 95 points. Librarian is 70 points. They get Special Issue Ammunition. And they have a lot of the Space Marine library's powers they can take. Demonology, Deviation. It says Demonology. It doesn't specify if it's Sanctic or the other, so I guess I can take either. And put them in Terminator armor. And 25 points to upgrade to Mastery 2. So basically the same as the regular Librarian, I think. Veterans are 110 points. It's a unit of 5 veterans. You can make a Black Shield, which has a 5 weapon skill. Everything else is basically base Marine stats with 2 attacks instead of 1 attack base. Leadership 9, and so that's kind of cool. Good leadership. They get Special Issue Ammunition, all of them. And Atonement through Honor is the Black Shield. It says page 102, so, well, let's go find out what that is now. Page 102. 102, Atonement through, there's 103. 103, 102. Atonement through Armor. Here's the Warlord trait list here, too. A model with a special rule doubles its attack in the assault phase. If it is locked in combat with an independent character, monstrous creature, or vehicle, or in the or if the combat it is in contains one or more enemy models, contains more enemy models than friendly ones, count all the models, not just the ones engaged with this model. So he has double attacks if they're outnumbered, if he's fighting an independent character or a monstrous creature or vehicle. Wow. And his attacks base are 2, so he would get 4 attacks in the assault in any of those cases. Wow. Okay, and to be a Black Shield, let's see. 15 points to have a Black Shield. You can spend, it's free to upgrade a veteran to a Watch Sergeant. And a Watch Sergeant isn't any different other than he can replace his close combat blade with a Xenophase blade for 25 points. Which is pretty cool. Xenophase blade is basically a user strength AP3 weapon that causes you to re-roll any invulnerable saves that you pass. So if you have you got regular power armor and you hit with this thing, but you have like an Iron Halo or something for some reason, so you get an invuln save or Storm Shield, and you make that invuln save, then you have to re-roll it again. You have to make it twice against that weapon. So nasty. Terminators in this are 40 points. Now here's where it gets really, really cool. Okay, so I have 4 Terminator bodies left when I made my Ordos Xenos, or I think it was one of my Inquisitors, I forget which one. But because I put him in Terminator armor and used the bodies for the Grey Knight bodies, I have 4 of those left. Well, look here, unit composition, 1 Terminator. You can add up to 4 additional ones for the 40 points each, but 1 Terminator makes up a unit. This is where it starts. You mix and match and put these guys together and stuff, and this is a unit, 1 guy, 1 dude. That's a unit. You can replace his Power Fist with Power Weapon for free. He can get a Power Fist with Auxiliary Melt-A-Gun. So digging through all my old bits, I can find some Melt-A-Guns that were to be part of what is it? Combi weapons. Like a lot of those left over, and I can catch them on there, green stuff them up or whatever if need be, and boom, have a Power Fist with Melt-A-Gun, 10 points. So you can basically make that dude from the other set 10 points extra. You can replace Stormbolter with Heavy Flamer or an Assault Cannon. It says any model may choose to do this. So you can have a unit of, because you can add 4, so 5 Terminators. All 5 of them can have Assault Cannons. All 5 of them can have Heavy Flamers. It's crazy. They can take a Cyclone Missile Launcher for 25 points, and it says any model. So all 5 of them can have a Cyclone Missile Launcher. You can have a unit with 5 guys with Cyclone Missile Launchers. That's crazy. Now here's the thing. Here's what I want to know. This is the DeathWatch Codex, so I don't think you can do it. But the new Terminator armor that you could swap in for any other Terminator armor, could you do that here? Probably not, because this is DeathWatch and they don't have that Terminator armor. But they have all these options. You can have a unit with 5 assault cannons and 5 Cyclone Missile Launchers. Now this is a super expensive unit. I mean, say you get 200 points just for the Terminators. And then you've got 125 in the Cyclone Missile Launchers, because they're 25 points apiece. And then 100 points, so 2, 3, 425 points. This is a super expensive unit. But I don't know, if you wanted to do it, if you wanted the look of that, like just guys and beastly, just deep strike in and assault cannons and missile launchers going off all over the place, because you can fire the assault cannon and missile launcher at the same time because of the rules on those. That's awesome. I can't say anything other than that would be awesome. Awesome to look at in the battlefield. Yeah, it might get blown to crap and not do anything for you, but it's cool. It's cool. So, Dreadnought. 1 Dreadnought is a unit. It's a regular Dreadnought. They plasma cannon, assault cannon, twin link, just Dreadnought. Venerable Dreadnought. They have, and all these guys have mission tactics because they're all part of the DeathWatch. Nothing different here, I think. Same as regular Dreadnoughts. That's 100, 125 points. I don't think there's any big differences. Weapon skill, ballistic 5, strength 6, 4 attacks, initiative 4, 3 hull points. Weapon skill 4, 6 strength, 12 to 10. 12 to 10. They're basically, he's a little bit better. Weapon skill, ballistic skill. That's about it. Vanguard vets, 25 points. Again, 1 veteran is a unit. Include up to 4 more, so you can 5-man unit. They can have lightning claws, power weapons, hand flamers, grab pistols, inferno pistols, plasma pistol, power fist, thunder hammer, storm shield. Can replace his weapons with a heavy thunder hammer. He can have melta bombs. They all have special issue ammunition, and they have heroic intervention. Bikers, 30 points. 1 biker makes up a unit. 1 biker. Include up to 4 additional bikers, so unit of 5. Replace their close combat weapon with power weapon. Take Melt bombs, and you can take a DeathWatch Teleport Armor. So 107. Let's see what's different about DeathWatch Teleport Armor. If it's better. Let's check that out. Check it out. Alright, DeathWatch Teleport Armor. Friendly units composed entirely of models in Terminator armor, or that have the sudden onslaught special rule, do not scatter when they deep strike, so long as the first model is placed within 6 inches of the DeathWatch Teleport Armor's bearer. For this to work, the bearer of the DeathWatch Teleport Armor must have been on the battlefield at the start of the turn. So, the sudden onslaught special rules. I believe sudden onslaught is the rule from the formation. It is a rule from the formation. So cool. Seems to be just like a regular teleport armor. So that's cool. Rhino, 35 points. Don't see anything different here than a regular Rhino. Razorback, 55. Seems the same. Only thing is they can do DeathWatch vehicle equipment, but there's nothing special in there, which is heavy bolters, and you can replace with assault cannons, las cannons. Same. I don't know if this is different. It says okay, no, it says it cannot carry bulky, very bulky extreme. Yeah, so that's the same. I thought it said it could, and I was like, whoa, can. Wait a minute. Drop pod, 35 points. That is the same. Locator beacon, Deathwind launcher, mobile, inertial. It's all the same. Seems all the same to me. Stats. Corvus Blackstar, the new flyer. 180 points, has 3 access points. These 2 side doors, 1 in the rear. Ballistic skill 4, 12, 12, 11, 3 hull points. Pursuit and agility is 3 and 2 respectively. Attack flyer. Comes with standard twin-linked assault cannons, a Blackstar cluster launcher, 4 storm strike missiles, and a ceramic plating. It's considered an assault vehicle, so you can assault out of it. It can carry 12 models, and it can also carry jump, infantry, and bikes. 2 access points in the front, 1 in the rear, like I mentioned. You can place a twin-linked assault cannon with twin las cannons for free. You can place all 4 storm strike missiles with a twin-linked Blackstar rocket launcher, 15 points. And the rest of the stuff is just basic upgrades for vehicles. Put an Infernum Halo launcher on there, which is that chaff launcher, and an Auspix array. So nothing really different. Nerdy points. Keep this on here. Land Raiders are all the same as regular Land Raiders from thing. 250, 240. Regular Redeemer, Crusader, 250. Same. Here's where you get into the kill teams. Alright, kill teams. Aquila is basically non-vehicle models from this formation can reroll to wound, and armor penetration rolls a 1. Just any ones that can reroll. To make this kill team, you need a unit of veterans. A unit of veterans consists of 1, 2, right? Wait, is it 78? Let's check. Let's see if it's a veteran or a unit. Wait, of those, that's 5 guys. Let me check. Make sure we get this right. Veterans. No, it's this one. The 110 points for the 5 guys. So it's these 5 guys instead of this Vanguard veteran. That's what I was thinking. Okay, so you 5 guys. And then 1 or more in any combination of these. You can pick as many as you want. A Librarian, Terminator, Vanguard veteran, or Biker. And you can get, the max of 5 in these or whatever. Or you can just get the 1. So you can get 5 guys and a Librarian. That's an Aquila kill team. 6 dudes. That's your kill team. Right there. 6 dudes. Then you move on. It's a kill team, single unit, they have to stay together. And that's just how it is. All the kill teams have that kill team rule. The FUROR kill team, their thing is they can re-roll the armor penetration and wound rolls against troops. Okay? So, and the Venerator, they can re-roll fast attack. To make a FUROR kill team, it's a unit of veterans, so it's 5 guys. Same here, 5 guys. And a unit of Terminators, which is 1 guy. So 5 guys and a Terminator. And then any number of choices in this: a librarian, vanguard veteran, or biker. So you can have 5 guys, a terminator, and a librarian, so 6 guys, and you're moving on. Venerator kill team. It's a unit of veterans, a unit of bikers, and either a librarian, terminator, or vanguard. So what you do is 5 guys, throw a biker in there, librarian or terminator or vanguard veteran, boom, venerator kill team. Dominatus kill team. Okay, they reroll any failed wound, armor penetration rolls for non-vehicle models against units that have elite battlefield roll. So this is a unit of veterans, so there's 5 guys. Unit of vanguard veterans, which can be just 1 guy with jump. And then either a librarian, terminator, or biker. There you go. Malleus kill team. These guys are against heavy support, so they're rerolling against heavy support. Unit of veterans, 5 guys. Unit of terminators, 1 dude if you want, just 1 dude. Up to 5, so you can have 10, whatever. A librarian, a vanguard veteran, and a biker. Seeing how this is the same. And then here we have a PURGATUS kill team. This is a unit of veterans. They're going to reroll to hit and penetration versus HQ units. So this is your take out HQ units. Oh yeah, there's some restrictions here. I gotta go. Right here, I gotta start. Let me give you the restrictions. Aquila can't consist of more than 10 models, excluding dedicated transports. FUROR cannot consist of more than 10 models, and at least 1 of the veterans must have the DeathWatch frag cannon or Infernus heavy bolter. Venerator, the formation must consist of more than 10 models. May not consist of more than 10 models, and you have to have 2 bikes in here, so 2 bikes. Dominatus can't consist of more than 10 models. It must include at least 2 vanguard veterans, so 2 of those. So that's 7, 8. Alright, so Malleus, its deal. Can't consist of more than 10 models, and 2 models must be armed with thunderhammers or heavy thunderhammers. Beat them down, beat them down. So, okay, there. Missed that part, but now we're back. Alright, so this is a unit of veterans, a librarian, a unit of terminators, and any number of choices in any combination from the following list. So it says any number, so you don't even have to take anything else. Unless this restriction says. So let's see. 5 veterans, a librarian, terminator, and the restriction says can't consist more of 10, so you've already got 7. Excluding dedicated transports. At least 1 veteran must be armed with a stalker pattern bolt gun. You can give the veterans that. So they're your goods. Give 1 of the veterans that, you got a librarian, terminator, you're done. You can add a librarian, vanguard veterans, or bikers if you want, but you don't have to. Pretty cool. A Strategium Command Squad. No restrictions. It must be a watch captain, a chaplain, or a librarian, and a choice from the following list. Either 1 unit of veterans, or 1 of the kill teams. So either just 5 guys, or 1 of the kill teams. What you get if you have this together, what you get is you basically get Fight to Last Breath, which is Feel No Pain 6+, as long as the watch captain is still alive. You get Suffer Not the Alien to Live. If you are led by a chaplain, all non-vehicle models have the Furious Charge special rule as long as he's not dead. If you're led by a librarian, so here you go. So if it's a watch captain, you get Feel No Pain. If you're led by the chaplain, you get Furious Charge. If you're led by the librarian, you get Pure Spirit, Strong Soul. All non-vehicle models in this formation have Stubborn and Adamantium Will special rules as long as he's not dead. Pretty cool. Other librarians in this formation do not confer that rule, only the one who is the leader. Just so you know. Alright. Watch Company. This is a big one. No restrictions. You get to have, or you have to have, a watch captain and 4 choices in any combination below. 1 unit of veterans or 1 of the kill teams. So any combination, you can just have 4 units of veterans or 4 Aquila kill teams, or 1 Aquila, 1 veterans, a FUROR, and a Dominatus, or whatever you want to do. And the special rule you get for this is Decapitation Doctrine. Reroll any failed to wound rolls and armor penetration rolls for attacks made by non-vehicle models from this formation that target an enemy unit that includes a warlord, a psyker, or independent character. So this is the take them out. Depending on the kill teams you put in there, you could kind of double up on some of that craziness, because the HQ taking out kill team would kind of help with that too. So it's kind of cool. A lot of re-rolling. The Corvus drop ring is, we want to sell a lot of these flyers when they come out, so we gave you this formation where if you have 3 of these flyers, you get Burning Skies, which is basically when they target an enemy flyer, flying monstrous creature with an attack, reroll any failed armor penetration or to wound rolls. So they get to reroll any. They basically get to reroll all their wound rolls. So if there's 3 of them, so okay, that's fine. Big cool picture. I have that guy put together. I need it. It's cool how they wrap that around him. That is cool. Alright, DeathWatch special rules. Okay, there's Atonement through Honor. We read that one. Combat Squads. Part of the Army Imperium and an ally as such described in okay, so they ally pretty much with everybody. Good. Here's our Warlord traits. 6 of them. And let's see, the first one is Bane of Monstrosities. You can reroll failed to wound and armor penetration rolls for your Warlord against monstrous creatures, tanks, and super heavy vehicles. Cool. Lord of Hidden Knowledge. Roll a d6. Your Warlord has gleaned this many insights into the enemy's weakness. You can use each of these insights once during the battle to reroll a failed to hit, to wound, or armor penetration roll for your Warlord or his unit. So, up to 6 free rerolls of whatever you want, as far as hits, wounds, or penetration of armor. Hurting the baddies. Okay, Castellan of the Black Vault. All weapons carried by your Warlord except the Relics of the Vigilant have the Mastercrafted special rule. Cool. Bringer of the Red Dawn. Your Warlord has Night Vision special rule. In addition, after deployment, you can declare that the night fighting special rule is in effect during game turn 1. There's no need to roll. Oh, so you just say, it's nighttime. I'm telling you, it's nighttime. So that's cool. Vigilance Incarnate. Let's see here. It says you can change mission tactics an additional time. So, okay. Yeah. That's cool. Alright, Master of the Void Hunt. At the start of each of your turns, your Warlord can call down a lance strike upon an enemy unit within 12 inches. Roll a dice. On a 3 or more, the unit suffers D3 Strength 6 AP 4 hits. On a result of 6, it instead suffers D3 Strength 10. Oh my god! D3 Strength 10 AP 2 hits. Any wounds that are inflicted are randomly allocated at the start of each of your turns. So this is every turn. Wow, it's only a 12-inch range, but if your Warlord's in the mix, wow, it's 50% chance to go off too. It's 3 or more, well, more than 50% chance. What? 66% chance to go off, and you have a 1 in 6 chance of just smashing something big. It's, you know. You get 3 strength 10 AP 2 hits, you're going to hurt something for sure. Interesting. Okay, here's the mission tactics. The thing they said, oh, you can change these mission tactics. So what are these? Says the mission tactics represents the unique way in which the DeathWatch go to war. Just glanced over, is that 91%? Oh, 35 minutes, see? It takes that long. That's only video. The new computer is faster though. It seems to be, or the old one, like I think it's a 30-something minute video. It would have taken an hour. This one seems like it's going to take about the length of the video, so that's cool. But anyway, Okay, so once during the battle, at the start of any turn after the first, you can choose to change it. So you get a free change of the mission tactics. Then you can get one from a warlord trait. You could get one from the formation, and you could get one from your guy if you had a watch captain. So that's 4. Wow. Change your mission tactic every turn. Cool. The tactics are FUROR tactics. Whenever a unit with a mission tactic special roll targets enemy troops, you can reroll hits a 1. Imperial Fist. But on any weapon, not just bolters. Venator tactics. Whenever a unit with mission tactic special roll targets an enemy fast attack unit, you can reroll to hits of 1. So that's troops unit. This is fast attack. So okay. So depending on what unit you're trying to eliminate, I guess is what tactic you'd want to try to use. Dominatus tactic. So like if you were fighting against Inquisition, all of Inquisition units are elites, or headquarters basically. Headquarters elites, that's all we have. So if you took this one, which is Dominatus, which is against elite units, you reroll any to hit rolls of 1 versus elite units. You'd always be rerolling 1s for every weapon against them. So that's kind of nasty. Malleus tactics. Rerolling 1s against heavy units, and Purgatus is rerolling against HQ units. So just depending on what unit you're trying to really take out is the tactic you're going to want to go for. Okay, any of the Kill Team Doctrine special rolls or certain DeathWatch objectives, your target might consist of units with different battlefield roles. For example, a troops unit that has been joined by an HQ unit. It's an independent character. In this case, the target unit counts as having both battlefield roles. Okay, so look, you know, he's going to put his HQ with an elite unit. So you're going to just go ahead and say, hey, I'm going to target elites because you're going to get him because he's with that unit unless he separates him. Or, you know, he's going to put him with troops. So you just do FUROR tactics against troops. So that's kind of cool. Sorry about that noise. That's the fans on that new computer. It is crazy. Taking a second here because I just saw it was done. I'm going to move that death mask, what's on the sprue video, to the next stage here while I'm looking at this with you guys. Armory, the DeathWatch. Okay, special issue ammunition is basically the same. And Furnace Heavy Bolter, it has a, I just looked at another video, but just again, it's both Strength 5, AP 4. One is Assault 3 for the Bolter, Assault 1, and a template for the Flamer port. The Stalker Pattern Bolt Gun is Heavy 2 Sniper, Strength X, AP 5. There's the DeathWatch Shotgun. It has basically 3 different ammos. One is called Crypt Clearer. It is 16-inch range, Strength 4, AP Dash, Assault 2, Shred, which is kind of cool right there. Shred is always good. There we go. And moving, one more button. Okay, moving that video for you guys onto the next step of getting ready to upload. Sorry about that. Xenopurge Slug, 16-inch range, Strength 4, AP 4, Assault 2. So, good middle of the road round right there. And then the Worm's Breath Shell. This one is kind of cool. Okay, it's Strength 3, AP 6, Assault 1. And yeah, that's kind of, but it's a template. It's a flame. It's basically like a flame shotgun shell. So it's a flamer. The flamer shotgun. Which is really cool. Only Strength 3, only AP 6, but you just, you know, bet you guys just flamethrower him with the shotgun flamer. It's really cool. They have the frag cannon, same stats as it had before. A Black Star Cluster Launcher has Strength 4, AP 6, Bomb, Large Blast. And Furnace Cluster, Strength 5, AP 4, Bomb, Blast, Ignores Cover. The Black Star Rocket Launcher has a Corvid warhead, 30-inch range, Strength 6, AP 4, Heavy D6 Skyfire. Ouch. Or a Dracos warhead, 30-inch, Strength 4, AP 5, Heavy 1, Large Blast, Ignores Cover. It's a lot. That's some Ignores Cover stuff in here. Cyclone is the same. DeathWatch launchers, all the same. I'm pretty sure. Okay, a clavis. This is what this is. This artifact contains ancient machine spirits that can be projected through the air to disrupt a nearby mechanism. Interesting. My ears just popped. That was weird. Subtract 1 from the weapon skill, ballistic skill, and initiative characteristics of any enemy vehicles within 6 inches of a model that is equipped with a clavis. Ooh. So this is like you're going against, you know, walkers and vehicle kind of thing. Interesting. There's a Xenophase blade, total strength. Use your AP3 melee molecular realignment field, and that's what basically the rule that you have to reroll your invulnerable saves against him. Okay. Power Fist and Auxiliary Melter Gun. It says a model equipped with Power Fist and Auxiliary Melter Gun can fire it as a melter gun instead of shooting another weapon, and attack with it in the assault phase as a Power Fist. They can do both in the same turn. Cool, they're finally actually putting something in to go against some Argians. Maybe they're learning some lessons here. Let's see, Guardian Spear, which is what that one guy was carrying. It's a strength +1. So I think his strength was 5, wasn't it? So that makes it strength 6. Because that one guy was, which captain was carrying? I think it was strength 5. Might have been 4, but anyway. Strength 5 or 6. AP2, melee, block, and two-handed. Block. I've never heard that. Once per turn, in the assault phase, a model equipped with a Guardian Spear can attempt to block a single attack that targets them. After a hit roll is made, roll a dice. If the result is higher than the 2 hit... This is like from War Machine. If the result is higher than the 2 hit roll, the attack is blocked and has no effect. Attacks that do not have a 2 hit roll cannot be blocked. Interesting. Heavy Thunder Hammer, strength 10, AP2, pulverize. Pulverize, basically, if you roll a 6, it gives it instant death. But it's strength 10, you're instant death on a lot of stuff already. Nope, I don't know. Nothing crazy here. I'm not seeing anything else different. Artificer, frag assault launchers, all the same. Okay, so Relics of the Vigilant. Getting near the end. This is their relics that they get. What do they get? Bane Bolts of Xerxia. What? I'll leave the fluff to you guys. A model that is equipped with Bane Bolts of Xerxia can use the following special in-shoot ammunition in addition to any other types it normally can use. If a bolt pistol, it can use Kill Shot. Bolt gun, it can use Assault 1 Kill Shot, which is, both of these are Strength 5, AP4, 12-inch, 24-inch, so regular ranges. Sucker Powder Bolt Gun, 30-inch range, Strength X, AP4, Heavy 2, Kill Shot Sniper. So I guess you can use Kill Shot ammo. Let's see what Kill Shot ammo does. Instant death if you roll a 6. So instant death roll if you roll a 6 on your wound. The Beacon Angelus. Friendly units do not scatter when they deep strike so long as the first model placed within 6 inches of the model bearing the Beacon Angelus. In addition, once per game, at the start of a friendly movement phase, the bearer can use the Beacon Angelus to teleport his comrades to his position. Interesting. When he does so, remove one friendly unit that has a DeathWatch faction from the board, even if it is locked in combat. They then immediately arrive within 6 inches of the bearer using the rules for deep strike. In other words, within 6 inches so they don't scatter. This is like the save your butt artifact. It's like, ooh, kind of having problems with that over there. Beep, come to me. And it just says, once per game, at the start of a friendly movement phase, and it just says remove one friendly unit with a death faction from the board, so it's unlimited range. Wonder how, we're gonna figure out the points for these. See what that. It's crazy. The Dominus Aegis. If a model is equipped with the Dominus Aegis, does not move in the movement phase, its unit gains 4+ invulnerable save until the start of your next movement phase. Oh, so you know you're going to be hit with something hard. hunker down. Cool. Alright, the osseous key, the bone key. The osseous key is a clavis. Okay, so this is against vehicles, so it's going to be even a nastier thing. In addition, if a model equipped with osseous key attacks a vehicle or building in the assault phase, roll a dice after all the attacks have been resolved to determine the effects. So roll a 1, nothing. Roll a 2, 3, you get an automatic glancing hit against that vehicle. No saves, just glancing hit. Wow. On a 4 to 6, it's a penetrating hit. So this thing is a guaranteed glance, or pretty much a 1. You could roll a 1. But it's each turn. So it's pretty much a few guaranteed glance and pins against vehicles. I wonder how much that is. It's probably expensive. It's a clavis. So, wow. So let me look. I want to see something. Who can take this? Because this is the artifacts, right? So let's go back to the HQ units and look at this. Relics of the Vigilant, so a librarian can take it. Relics of the Vigilant, a chaplain, a watch captain. Also, any HQ unit can take that. So you could just give that to a regular librarian or watch captain in Terminator armor. That's interesting. 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 Alright, next, the Thief of Secrets. These are all good things. I like these. Depending on the price, we don't know. We'll find the cost wherever that is located. Thief of Secrets is it's a power sword. It says here in the fluff. Habited by a machine spirit with unquenchable thirst for knowledge. Okay. It's power sword. It's a range dash strength user. AP3 melee biophage. What is biophage? Whenever a model inflicts an unsaved wound with the Thief of Secrets, the weapon learns the weakness of that model's unit and any other units of the same type. For example, if it wounds a Carnifex, it learns the weakness of all Carnifexes. So if you're fighting let's just say a Dark Eldar, and you just fight like some of their regular troops, you learn the weakness of all the troops in their army. That's nasty. Any future attacks made using the Thief of Secrets against units whose weaknesses are known to it will successfully score a wound on a 2 wound roll of 2+. Oh, so you definitely want to use this against big guys. Get a 1 wound in on the big guy, and then you're 2+ poison, basically. 2+ poison. Wow. Nasty. Alright, Tome of Ectoclades. Ectoclades? At the start of each of your turns, you can pick one of the mission tactics listed on 1 of 3. Until the start of your next turn, this tactic applies to the model carrying the Tome of Ectoclades and all other models in its unit that have the DeathWatch faction. This is in addition to the benefits of any other mission tactic that may occur. Oh, so you can double up on mission tactics on a unit, which is really cool. Or not even double up, but you decide, oh wow, I really want to get rid of that unit, but I really want to get rid of that unit too. But hey, these guys, they have that, so they have this book, so they'll give that mission tactic and go over there. Which, if it's not too expensive, that's kind of interesting. Kind of cool. Alright, let's see what the price of those things are. Where are they at? Are they up front? There's just, I guess they must be in the relics list up front. Let's check it out. Let's skip totally over that, I guess. Relics of the Vigilant. There we are. Points. So, Tome of Ectoclades is 10 points. If it was 5, it would be like an auto-include, almost. But 10 points isn't bad. The Bane Bolts of Xerxia, 10 points to get that. Osseous Key is 15 points. It doesn't seem like that's that bad. Oh wait, it's got a 1 though. Wait a minute. Can only be taken by the Watchmaster who replaces model's clavis. Okay, so you can't give it to the librarians and all those. It's just the Watchmaster. So you have to give it to this guy. 175 and replaces his already having clavis. Okay, but he turns him into a vehicle killer. Dominus Aegis is 20 points, Thief's Secrets is 20 points, and the Beacon Angelus is 30 points. That's a lot of points, but with what it can do, it might be something to carry around. Just yank your guys out of combat. Okay, DeathWatch Tactical Objectives. This is really different. There's 3 of them. Basically, your special tactical objectives basically replace objectives 11 through 16. Double, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16, right? But there's 3 sets. The Primaris, the Secundus, and the Tetris. You choose at the beginning of which set are you going to use. And it says here if you have the cards, you find that set and you shuffle it in with the rest of the cards. So then you have to unshuffle it out later. So that's kind of a pain. Makes me like, I was like, man, get the cards when I have the money, but makes me kind of like, just if I get 11 through 16, I'll look it up in the book. It's a lot easier depending if I'm using one of these 3, right? Anyway, so the Primaris objectives are dominate, score victory point if you control an objective. Control the objective marker closest to the enemy warlord when this tactical objective is generated. So when it is generated. If the enemy warlord has been slain or is not on the battlefield when this objective is generated, the enemy player picks the objective marker you must control. So that kind of sucks because they pick something too far away or something. That's kind of sad. Nullification. Score a victory point in your turn if there are no enemy units with a Psyker, Pilot, or Brotherhood or Psyker Sorcerer special rules on the battlefield. It's like an auto point if your opponent doesn't have Psykers. Crippling Blow. Score 1 victory point at the end of your turn for each enemy unit with the HQ battlefield roll which was completely destroyed during your turn, up to a maximum of 3 victory points. Interesting. So if you have someone who has a lot of characters, HQs, like, if you took out a Librarius Conclave, like 5 librarians, but 5 points. Well, it says up to a maximum of 3. I said that too. 3 points, that's still cool. Destroy their elite. Score a victory point at the end of your turn if at least 1 enemy unit with the elite's battlefield roll was completely destroyed. Cool. Priority target is when this tactical objective is generated, make a note on which model in the enemy army. It says model, not unit. That is on the battlefield has the highest wounds characteristic. If several models are tied, your opponent selects one. So it's going to be the highest wound guy, and if he has 3 or 4, it just picks one, right? You get a victory point at the end of your turn if you destroy him at the end of the turn. So this is a lot of do it before the end of your turn. This is like quick, fast, and hurry objectives. Can't get it, what do you throw it away. And you can only throw 1 away, so you can end up with some objectives you can't even complete and still have to hold on to. Alright, and the 16 one for the Primus is DeathWatch Primus. Headshots. Score a victory point at the end of your turn for each enemy character that was slain during your turn, up to a maximum of 6. Wow. That's the one where you take out the 5 librarians. 6 victory points. Okay, the Secundus objectives, if you choose those, it's going to start at the 11, and it's going to be score a victory point at the end of the turn if you control the objective marker closest to the enemy warlord when this is ejected. It's the same as this one. Nullification, the second. It's the same as that one. Crippling Blow. It's the same as that one. Why it's different? 14 is different. Thin their ranks. It's not the 14 over here is destroy the life. 14 here is thin their ranks. Okay, the last 3 are different. 14, 15, and 16 are different. Okay, so this one. Thin their ranks. When this tactical objective is generated, make a note of which unit in the enemy army currently has the most models. If several units are tied, your opponent selects one amongst them. Score a victory point in the turn if this unit has been completely destroyed. So you can destroy the unit with the most models. Okay. Maybe, don't know. Usually large, less, so maybe you could do that. DeathWatch Secundus. 15 is attrition. Score a victory point in your turn if at least 1 enemy unit with a troops battlefield roll was completely destroyed. If at least 3 troops were destroyed, you get D3. Okay, not too bad. And then widespread destruction is score victory point at the end of your turn if at least one model was removed as casualty from at least 3 different units during your turn. So pop, pop, pop. Take a guy out of 3 different units. If at least one model was removed from 6 different units, score D3 victory points. If during your turn a model was removed as a casualty from every unit in the enemy army, which if they're small army with a few units, okay, that is on the battlefield, score D3 plus 3 victory points. So yeah, I can see that widespread destruction there. Alright, the Tertius, let's look at these, see which one of these is different. Dominate's the same, nullification, crippling blow, so it's the same, the last 3 are different. So it's almost like you just 11, 12, 13, who cares if it's Primus, Secondus, or Tertius, it's just these last 3 you have to swap out. And it says swap the whole set, so it's weird. Anyway, no support. Score 1 victory point at the end of your turn. At least one enemy unit with a heavy support or Lords of War battlefield rule is completely destroyed during your turn. If at least 3 such units were completely destroyed during your turn, score D3 victory points. So you can kind of, if you're going to do the DeathWatch objectives, you can kind of like balance this by what your opponent's bringing. It's kind of cool. Mobilize. Score 1 victory point in turn if at least one enemy unit with a fast attack battlefield rule was completely destroyed during your turn. Cool. So taking out their vehicles basically. Destructus Titanicus. Does this kill a Titan? When this tactical objective is generated, make a note of which model in the enemy army that is on the battlefield has the highest hull points. Ah, so let's just take out the big vehicle. Blow up the Land Raider. Which isn't so hard these days, I swear. If several models are tied, your opponent selects which one. Score D3 victory points at the end of your turn if this model has been destroyed. Score D3 plus 3 victory points if the model was a super heavy vehicle. Wow. Interesting, interesting, interesting. And then it's just weapon profiles, and that is the end of the Codex. Right there, warm 40,000 DeathWatch. I'm going out on a limb and saying this is an awesome Codex. Awesome, awesome. I love it. I know other people will get more in depth with the Codex with you. Just did an overview. I hope you guys got something from it. Those who are interested in DeathWatch, I hope this excites you and you go out and get it, because this is great. This is some great stuff. It's going to be a cool army to play. Very expensive, very elite. But I think if you play it right, you're going to be able to just pull off some amazing things. And not even that though, but have some really super fluffy craziness. It's awesome. Alright guys, if you like this, leave me a thumbs up. Comment in the comment section down below. I answer those as soon as I can. Subscribe to the channel for updates on these kind of things and others that I do. And I'll tell you what, when you see me next, I'll be probably doing some DeathWatch, definitely, or Inquisition stuff. I tell you, it's kind of crazy. I already posted in local Facebook for my local gaming store and stuff. Anybody want these Eldar versus? Because I know I don't need the Eldar. Maybe I'll have them for a while. I don't know. Alrighty guys, I will talk to you later.